All right, today we're going to be talking about using Screencastify, which is a really nice option for screencasting. What I have currently done, I am on the Screencastify website, just screencastify.com. You can go directly there. I'm sure you could do a Google search. It would probably pop up pretty quickly. But this is what you want to see on their homepage. Now, you can also find Screencastify in the Google Play Store, so you can get to it that way too. This is a Google app. So as you can see, even here it says screen video recording for Chrome, Chromebooks, and Chromeboxes. So I'm using just a basic laptop. I am on the Chrome browser, and I have a Google account, which you need the Chrome browser and the Google account, I believe, to make this work. But it's a really nice free screencasting software. I use this all the time to show my students how to use different apps or different things on their computers. It's very engaging. At first, I thought this was a silly thing to do with my students, as I teach I teach second through fifth grade in a computer lab, and I thought, well, what's different with this than me just showing them what to do on the screen in our computer lab? But it's funny how they will just sit there and soak it all up when it's a video, even though it's like not much different than what they would see if I was demonstrating this right with them. So I just kind of have found that kids today just really connect with a video type of media. I mean, I guess that's what they're just completely surrounded by, but it's really engaging with my students. So I'd recommend trying this out, at least to see what it's like. But I am actually using WeVideo to record this screencast today because I wanted to show you some of the things on screencast that I don't think I could show you while I was also using it. So that being said, if you're wondering how I did some of this stuff, that's what I'm doing. I'm recording on WeVideo. WeVideo does not give me the option to have a video feed show while I screencast those. So one nice thing with Screencastify is while you're recording, you can be also recording with your webcam, so you could see, your video feed in the bottom corner or top corner somewhere, to give a little bit more of a personal connection to this. When I do this for school, my students always love when I've got the little video feed in there, and like every once in a while my dog will walk in the screen, or they'll see what my house looks like. They think that's super cool, so it's kind of a fun thing to have on there as well. Ultimately, with Screencastify, when you first come to the website to get it started, you will be prompted to set up an account. I have already set up an account, so mine just says your account right here in this space. It should say log in or sign in or something like that when you first come here, if you have not done this before. And then it takes you through a variety of prompts to basically give access to Screencastify to your desktop, to your webcam, different things like that, to your Google Drive, because it will upload things right to your Google Drive, and just kind of go through the prompts, read what they say. It's very simple, and it gets you started very quickly. Once you're set up, you will have this little icon up here on your Chrome browser that looks like a film strip, and that's how you get started. So I'm going to click on my little film strip here, and then a window will pop up, and this is my recording options. I can record a tab, my whole desktop, or just record what the camera sees. Each of these have different values to them. It can be used for different purposes. The tab recording, that means it's just going to record what's on your tab. So if I were to open up a new tab while I was screencasting, or if I were to close down this or shrink down this browser, open something else up, it would not see that. It's only going to see what's on that tab. You can have it switch back and forth between tabs, but you have to click on a couple keys to make that happen. So if you need to do things like that, if you need to switch back and forth or see other things, what you need to do is do your desktop. That means it's going to basically record everything that is on the screen, which that's generally what I do because I have to switch back and forth between things, or I think that kind of keeps the video engaging for the students. Just kind of depends on what you need. The cam, I mean, if you're just recording yourself talking, or going to record just the video, that's I mean, you're not really screencasting if you're recording from the camera, but that's also an option with this program. Okay, so I'm going to keep it on, I'm just going to keep it on tab actually. And, there's different options for, microphone. If you have, I just use the built-in stuff that's on my laptop. If you have a nice microphone and are doing other things, you can select different things with that. If you want to embed the webcam, that's what I was mentioning before. So right now it shows it in the bottom right-hand corner. That means when I'm done screencasting, when I go to watch this, I will see a little video down here, and I'll keep it on there so you can see how that goes. It does record it at a very slow, like it actually says 30, or the pixels aren't that great. Actually, that isn't too terrible. But when you watch it, it's always kind of jumpy. My students say, "Hey, Miss Beardeman, you're glitching," stuff like that. But that's just the way it goes, I believe, with this. And then you can also see a preview. I'm not going to click on that. When you're ready to go, just click Start Recording. And then don't start talking right away. You want to make sure, you'll see it, there we go. That little red dot, right when that pops up there on your icon, then that means that you are recording. Okay, so I'm recording right now. My little Screencastify video, you can see there's this little black arrow that kind of trails my white arrow. The black arrow is the arrow that the students or the viewers will see when they're watching your video. You also have these tools down here. So if you want to draw something, like if you're talking about something and you need to, like if I clicked on that and I want to, underline this, okay, really highlight that one thing. Or if you're really trying to get people to look, oh, you need to click on, this button. Oh, that's a terrible circle. You would, do that, maybe underline it. Looks like underlining apparently worked a little bit better than trying to circle it. And then if you want to just get everything clear, if you click on this box, you can do that. If I just wanted to erase like my line, I could click on the eraser and erase that. I'm just going to get rid of everything, click on the box, and now my screen is clear. I'm going to get my arrow back. You can also have no arrow show at all if you wanted to click on that. I usually like to have an arrow, though. I think that helps highlight things. But anyway, so that's a video I only recorded for maybe not even a minute. I'm not sure. I'm going to click back on my icon here. Once that opens up, I will be able to stop my recording. Actually, a minute 30. Okay, so I recorded a little longer than I thought. I'm just going to click stop. And then immediately what's going to happen is it is going to open up my Screencastify video. Sure. Oh, you'll see it. There we go. I'm going to pause that. So you can see I didn't have the little preview showing, but there's me in the bottom corner. And I can watch the video, see if I like it or not. I have this set up to automatically upload to my Google Drive. So it goes right to my drive. It says some information about it. I can share it if I'd like to. I generally put all my videos on YouTube because that's the easiest way for my students to access them. I would probably give it a name. We could say screencast test. Okay, and then if I would like to share it to YouTube or share it, it's already to my Google Drive, but if I would put it on YouTube, I'd click on that. I set all my videos, if I click on the information for privacy here, whenever I do YouTube, I always put things as unlisted. I don't really need people searching and finding my videos. I just put videos for my students' benefit. So, I mean, if you want your stuff to be public, you can. I'm not really sure why you would make it private because then only you can see it. I guess if you're showing it to your kids, but you don't want anyone to be able to access it, I guess that private would work too. But I always keep my stuff as unlisted because I put links for my kids to access these on Google Classroom all the time. So I need it to be there, but I just don't really feel like I need to be some YouTube person that's got tons of videos for people to search and watch. So anyway, I keep mine unlisted. If I was ready to share it, I would go ahead and click Get Link, and it's gonna upload to to YouTube right now. When it's complete, it will give me a link right here that I can just copy and paste into whatever I need. I can also share it directly to Google Classroom. That's one nice thing with this is it will go directly there too. That's not how I put it on Google Classroom, but it is a way that you can if you need to. I'm going to close out of here. You can also crop or trim. Like if I started the video and I said a few things, I said, oh, shoot, I really want to start over, and then I just start over, I can cut that off later. So if I decide I want to trim it that way, or I can also crop it if I feel like, oh, I really don't want my entire screen showing, or I didn't want to see these tabs at the top, or I didn't want to see the clock at the bottom. If you wanted to crop things out, you could crop that out. If you want to save it right to your computer, you can do that. Although the file type that it saves as isn't a very versatile file, so I don't really ever do that. And then if I would like to see all my recordings, I'm going to click here where it says your recordings. And then you can see a handful of things that I've done here. I don't use Screencastify as much as I use WeVideo for screencasting, so there's not a ton of stuff on here. And I also find that I sometimes forget to give them a title until they're on YouTube, and then I title them later. But anyway, so that's how you kind of get around. There's other things you can do. If I click on these little lines over here, this is my menu. If I click on options, there is a handful of things I can do. I can have it automatically store on my device here. If I click on this little option here, there's other notifications I can change. Lots of other information. I can, like mine is set so that it automatically opens a video right after I record. Other things. Screencastify is a great option for screencasting. I do have a paid account because I found I was making some videos and I needed a little more time than the free account offers. So I did sign up for a paid account, which I think was maybe like $20 for the whole year. So it's really not super expensive, but it's very versatile even as a free account. But anyway, that's Screencastify. I hope you give it a shot, see how it works, and see how you can, really engage your students through this or whatever you need to use it for. All right, thank you.